Welcome to another useful English video from Time the Test Prep Experts. Today's video is on an important question type which occurs in the BankPO mains exam and also in various other examinations. Okay, it is para completion. Now, before we get to this question type, we have a request for you. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel Time for Bank Exams to get more such useful videos, not only in English but also in various other subject areas. These videos will help you to prepare for bank, SSC, insurance and many other examinations. Okay. So, now para completion. In this question type, you have a paragraph given to you. Okay. A para, short para of like 3 to 5 sentences is given to you, and then you have a blank, para and a blank. This is para completion, and then you have 5 options. Okay. 5 options. From these 5 options, you have to find the sentence that fits into the blank. Okay. Now, the blank can be anywhere in the para. Okay. So, what you need to do for this question, this is similar to para jumble and various other para based questions. Okay. What you need to do is understand the idea flow of the para in all these short para based questions, and understanding of the idea flow is very important. Okay. So, how is the flow of ideas in this para? Is it starting from a general sentence and is it going more and more specific, or is it starting with a specific example and then getting more and more general, right? Or what is it about, what is the tone of the author? All these things you need to understand in order to pick the right sentence. So, to do this question, it is essential that you first read the entire paragraph wherever the blank is. Even if the blank is in the beginning, that is before the sentences. If the blank is to replace the first sentence, even then don't think I can quickly look at the options and put the first sentence here. You need to read the entire para properly, understand the idea flow and the meaning of the para, and then only you can pick the right answer. Okay. So, let us do a couple of questions. It will make it much clearer for you. Here, in each of the following questions, a short passage is given with the last sentence in the passage missing. So, the first question is where the blank will be at the end. Okay. The blank is at the end. Now, here when the blank is at the end, the right answer, that sentence has to flow from the previous sentence obviously to maintain the idea flow, but it also has to give a sense of closure or completion to the passage. That is very important. It can't just keep on giving new ideas, it can't give another new idea. Even if it gives a new idea or a thought extension, it should be able to give some sense of closure or completion. When we say this, you may not really understand, but when we do the question, you will get what I mean. Okay. Let us read this. Commercials and mass media, commercials means advertisements, okay, have a significant effect on our eating habits. The amount of time spent in front of the television and the content watched can be a reason for developing obesity. Obesity, you know, right? The problem of being overweight. Television not only contributes to physical inactivity, but commercials and other programs also encourage us to eat more. Right? Television advertisements keep asking us to eat a lot of things, not necessarily healthy food. So, these all contribute to obesity. TV viewing, TV mobile screen watching is a contributing factor to childhood obesity. It takes away from the time children spend on physical activities and leads to increased energy intake through snacking and eating meals in front of the TV. So, the problem is two-pronged, or there are two sides. One, it reduces physical activity, at the same time it prompts children, or it encourages children to eat more because they are sitting in front of the TV and watching it. You know that children have this habit of snacking while watching television, we all know that. Those habits of sit time and snacks and product advertisements on TV. So, inactivity, sitting and eating, and along with this, the advertisements that they see on TV also ask them to eat a lot of stuff, including unhealthy and junk options, right. So, all this influence children to make unhealthy food choices. The results of studies indicate that an overt or covert food theme is omnipresent on television. Overt is open, openly, or covert is subtle, secretive, not very open. So, direct or indirect messages regarding food are conveyed in through television all the time. Omnipresent means present everywhere, okay, very common. Usually high calorie meals and snacks of little nutritional value, low in protein, vitamins or minerals are shown. We are talking of TV programs or TV commercials, okay. So, what do we say here? Results of studies indicate that food theme is there on television everywhere, and usually high calorie and low nutrition foods are shown in TV. Now, we have to complete the para. Let us see. The dietary habits in the adults, children and adolescents are unhealthy when they eat watching the television, okay. Here, we are talking here of how food is omnipresent. Now, sitting and eating, that has already been mentioned here, right. Now, when we look at the idea flow, this sentence takes us back to something we discussed earlier. So, that is not a good principle of idea flow, okay. So, this we should eliminate. It is observed that only through media can the obese families be encouraged in physical activities. That does not make sense, and there is no flow here. We are talking of how unhealthy food is displayed on television. We are and also the sentence logically does not make sense, that only through media can obese families be encouraged in physical activities. That does not make sense at all. It does not flow from the previous sentence either, okay. It has to be meaningful within the context, and it has to flow from it has to maintain the idea flow. Obesity fosters hypertension and other diseases in the people who spend most of their time before the television. Well, while this may be a conclusion, the problem is there is something missing, because we are talking of how food is displayed on television, and then suddenly we are talking of the health hazards. So, we need some bridge in between. Directly you can't jump to health hazards, okay. Obese people are stigmatized due to their weight and are neglected and discriminated in everyday life. Here again, see, if you look at it as a conclusion, it is okay, but it does not flow from the previous sentence or from the discussion we had. Suddenly you are getting into the implications of being obese. That can maybe start a different paragraph. It can't fit into the same paragraph, okay. It is observed that excluding commercials, references to food on television are made 10 times an hour. See, this is what they are saying, that overt or covert food theme is omnipresent on television, okay. Previously they talked about commercials, then now see advertisements, and now they are saying that it is not only advertisements, food references are omnipresent on television, and apart from commercials, references to food are made 10 times an hour. So, this maintains the logical flow of the paragraph, okay. As you can see, all the sentences are more or less related to the passage. That is why you need to pay very close attention to the author's tone and to the idea flow. Okay. One more question here the blank is right in the beginning. Okay. Now, we have a sentence here that is missing. This is the sentence you have to pick. But, this word but is very, very useful in finding answers. Why? When you have but, you know that there is going to be a contrast. Okay, right? But, yet, etc. indicate contrast. But religious belief was now on the wane. On the wane means declining. Okay. But religious belief was now declining means earlier religious belief was very strong. Something like that has to come here. So, we can already guess the nature of the sentence that needs to come here. That is a good trick that can help you find the answer. Find approximately the approximate nature of the sentence. Okay. Religious belief was now on the wane as the industrial middle classes demythologized social existence through their secular activities and ironically ended up depleting what had been a precious ideological resource. Okay, so, religion was a rich resource of ideologies, but the industrial middle classes, they demythologized, they separated social existence from mythology and religion and thus deprived society of a precious resource. Okay. Culture then had to take over from the churches as artists transubstantiated the profane stuff of everyday life into eternal truth. So, culture had to take over from so culture started playing the role of religion because artists transubstantiated means they they transport it to make it very easy. Okay. The profane is ordinary stuff of everyday life, artists converted it or transported it into eternal truth. So, culture took over or art took over from religion. Okay. Now, let us find the first sentence. Religion had traditionally bred a sense of duty, deference, altruism and spiritual edification in the common people. But religious belief was now on the wane. It makes sense, doesn't it? This could be our starting sentence. It says religion traditionally created a sense of duty, deference. Deference here is being respectful, deferential. Okay. Altruism is charity. Spiritual edification. Edification here is awareness, enlightenment. So, religion had all these advantages and traditionally this was the role, but now it was on the wane. So, this should be our answer. Let us check the others. Religious institutions have always played a central role in society. The passage is not here talking about religious institutions, but about religious belief. So, there is a difference, right. So, we do not want this sentence to start the para. The role of religion in society has been replaced by cultural activities. That comes much later. So, if we put this sentence here, then we can't say but religious belief was now on the wane, because this sentence is also talking about that. So, there is no need for contrast, right. So, this cannot be the answer. During the Enlightenment, reason began to supplant faith as the guiding principle of human affairs. See, that also comes later. Again, you can't have but there. See, that is here. Industrial middle classes demythologize social existence. So, if you put this sentence there, then there is no role for but. Again, there is no contradiction. It is interrelated. Artists have always sought to capture the essence of everyday life. This passage is not about artists and art, though later on it says that art, where is that? Yeah, culture took over from religion as artists transubstantiated the profane stuff into eternal truth. That is much later. This cannot start the passage because it is not about artists, it is about religion. Hence, the right answer is 1. Okay. I hope you have understood this question type. Okay. Keep practicing and keep watching our videos for more such useful discussions. I hope you did find this useful. So, please join or subscribe to our channel on various social media platforms. We have mentioned all the different links in the description box. If you would like to join us for classroom coaching, okay, please do contact your nearest time center. We have centers almost all across the country, and for online courses, please use this link to enroll. Okay. Thank you very much for watching this video. All the best. Keep practicing. Thanks.